In the most unsurprising turn of events, the client cries and pees. He didn't pee his pants, even though he probably did. He cries and quits. Because let's face it, Harry is 13 years old. He probably still wets the bed. He peed his pants. He cried and peed. All right. And since they didn't give him what he wanted, which was essentially saying that Dr. Sophie was wrong, I mean, he won the thing. The charity commission said there was no evidence of bullying or racism. So he essentially won, right? But he wanted the charity to say that this woman was in the wrong and she did this and she did that. And that didn't happen, right? So now what's he doing? He's crying and he's quitting. Just like any typical weasel, douchebag, little jealous brother would. It's the same thing in video games. When you have a brother, right, and you're playing video games against your brother, your little brother, and you're beating him, right, what does he do? He throws the controller and he walks out of the room. A spokesperson for the Duke of Douchebag says, with the original mission of Sentebale firmly in mind, which mission is that, Harry? Making money for yourself? Because you don't care about the kids in Africa. We've already seen it. And in honor of the legacy he and Prince Sisu of Lesotho began, the Duke of Douchebag will now focus on finding new ways to continue supporting the children of Lesotho and Botswana. And what are those new ways? Okay. A new charity? A new cash cow? Are you actually going to do something? We just did a video on Mr. Beast and how Mr. Beast was going to Africa and building wells so all these people in Africa could have drinking water. Is he going to do something like that? No. Because something like that actually takes work. And Harry doesn't want work. He wants to walk through a minefield where there's not actually any mines. The spokesperson, which essentially, when it says spokesman, they mean Harry because, you know, he cried and complained to the journalists themselves. A spokesperson for the Duke of Douchebag was said it was unsurprising that the report makes no findings of wrongdoing in relation to himself or evidence of bullying or racism. Well, that's because you're the king's son. Don't get on a high horse, Harry. You're the king's son. This commission, they're probably afraid of telling the truth because they think that the king will do something or someone in the royal family will do something. Come on, don't play this game. All right? We're the peasants. We know how the game works. No one goes after the king's son. Doesn't matter if it's a charity commission or the friggin' immigration people in the United States. The guy lied on his immigration forms and he got away with it. Why? Because he's the king's son. That's it. So no, Harry, don't try and make this bullshit where you're going to pretend as if you're higher or holier than thou and you're all badass, when in reality, they only didn't get you with anything because of your daddy. All right? Client. Moron. The statement also hit out at the Charity Commission itself, who report he claimed fell troublingly short in many regards. Yes, which essentially Harry is saying, well, they didn't say that she was at fault, and it's her fault, and I think it was her fault, and that's what I think, and I'm a child. That's what it is, man. That's how Harry is. He's a 40-year-old man-child, a douchebag.